Okay, this is a JSI multi-clamp. This is the actual clamp. It pulls and pushes with one directional force. You can use it for a multi-number of applications like corner clamping, edge clamping, C-clamping, you name it, if you can find a use for it. The reason I come up with it, if you're making a panel or something, gluing a panel, there's nothing, or welding, there's nothing on the market that you can reach out in the middle of a table or a workbench to clamp anything. This is about your only option. And you can see you can only reach out about a foot with that, so it doesn't do you a whole lot of good in a lot of cases. So I come up with a multi-clamp, and you can use it in conjunction with a pipe clamp like this. And by the way, I put these little spacers on here, so it's much easier to adjust this shank down over your table or workbench. And these, by the way, are long shanks. You can use the shorter ones as well, but of course it doesn't give you much space underneath. You can use the bar clamps like this too. Of course, when we get to it, you can clamp under the bar clamp, under the pipe clamp, hold it down, hold it vertical. So here I'm going to clamp a piece down under the multi-clamp, or under the pipe clamp. Hold it down, hold it in place. If you were gluing a panel, you could put as many clamps as you want, wherever you want them. In the middle of the workpiece. Hold it down. Then of course you can clamp vertical to the back of that clamp. Or then you can take another multi-clamp and clamp it at a 90-degree angle on top of that. And keep going as much as you want. Or of course go the other direction. These type of clamps can also be used. Actually, you could clamp under a table or something and put a multi-clamp underneath and hold something up under it too, overhead, like that. And of course you can use them for metal as well as wood. You take the plastic covers off and you can use them for metal. And do the same thing in clamp vertical and clamp at a 90-degree. You can also use this type of clamp. It's a little shorter hook on the end, but makes smaller blocks to hold it in place. And of course you can clamp under it, same deal as the other one. I got two things. That was a good take. And of course you can use it to hold something upright if you want to, out in the middle of it. If you're trying to hold a piece out in the middle of a table or something like that, right, you can put one of those clamps on, or two of the clamps on, and clamp it vertical behind that. There you go. I also came up with a C-hook like this. So you can use this clamp on the edge of the table. Just get that. Hold something vertical on the edge of the table, or put two or three of them together. And actually you can turn this so you can go any direction with it. From here or there or wherever you want it. So I can use it for the same thing. There, now you have a place you can clamp some verticals with. If you're working on a little piece of something. Here I used it for band clamping, like gluing chairs or something. You want to put a band around, you can hold it tight with this, or hold something upright on either side with it. You can also use this for an edge clamp. If you use it in conjunction with a C-clamp or a bar clamp or any kind of clamp, just put these clamps on the edge of your table or workpiece that you want to glue the edge on. Put your workpiece or your piece you want to glue on in there, and use your multi-clamp, hold it in place, put the glue on, clamp it down. You've eliminated the need to buy expensive edge clamps that can only be used for edge clamping. These are very versatile clamps. You just have to think a little bit when you're doing a project to imagine how you can use them. So there you are, you've got your edge clamps. Use them in conjunction with any other kind of clamp, and you can glue material on the edge of a table or on the edge of a work. Okay, yeah, here I used the C-hooks again and used it as a corner clamp. Clamping the corners, we put a C-hook on and a multi-clamp. You only need one other clamp to clamp the corners, so it eliminates the need for a lot of other clamps. And here I screwed down some clamps on the bottom and on the back. If you're making chairs or little boxes, or just want to clamp something vertical or glue something vertical, hold it in place, you can do that, or you can put a C-hook on and do the same thing. And then when you get up here, you can do it again. You can put another C-hook on, and you've got a 90-degree holding. Here we have a picture frame clamping jig. You can also use it as a door clamping jig. Similar to this, I use these to put in the clamps and lay the clamps. Then it gives you the option to slide the clamp back and forth wherever you need it. You have a couple little spaces on each end. It's about 1.25 inches, 1.25 inches, so it fits in this slot right here. Then if you want to make this smaller for smaller picture frame, you just unscrew this and move it in or out wherever you want it, or you put spacers in like I did for a smaller frame. And I put wax paper on the bottom to keep it from sticking to the jig. And I started by screwing down a square on two sides, so you have something to push against. Here I made a small vise. Well, if you want to glue ends together or weld, you can hold them in place like I did here. When you do that, I delay 2 pieces, one on each side of the clamp to hold the material up. And of course something in the middle maybe to hold it if you have a long piece like I did here. For welding, you've got a nice weld joint there.